Greetings and God bless. I'm just reading again from Ways of Seeing by John Berger. And I think this is chapter 5. It is chapter 5, and I'm on page 86. And I think this is interesting how his perspective. He writes, the art of any period tends to serve the ideological interests of the ruling class. If we were simply saying that European art between 1500 and 1900 served the interests of the successive ruling classes, all of whom depended in different ways on the new power of capital, we should not be saying anything very new. What is being proposed is a little more precise. But a way of seeing the world, which was ultimately determined by new attitudes to property and exchange, found its visual expression in the oil painting and could have not found it in any other visual art form. So I just think that's an interesting point that art kind of reinforces a mindset. Maybe you could even say it could be kind of propaganda, mind control, even. Um, so he continues on page 87, midway down. Oil painting did to appearances what capital did to social relations. It reduced everything to the equity of objects. Everything became exchangeable because everything became a commodity. All reality was mechanically measured by its materiality. The soul, thanks to the Cartesian system, was saved in a category apart. A painting could speak to the soul by way of what it referred to, but never by the way it envisaged. Oil painting conveyed a vision of total exteriority. So I don't completely understand everything, but so it's I guess I don't know how good my camera is for this detail of that painting, but it's almost like these paintings are taking stock. It's almost like a visual, taking stock of, like as in a warehouse. Um, so he continues on page 88. The art of any culture will show a wide differential of talent, but in no other culture is the difference between masterpiece and average work so large. It's in the tradition of the oil painting. In this tradition, the difference is not just a question of skill or imagination, but also of morale. The average work, and increasingly after the 17th century, was a work produced more or less cynically. That is to say, the values it was nominally expressing were less meaningful to the painter than the finishing of the commission or selling of the product. So this is interesting because the painting wasn't done for the sake of the glory of God or to do great art. It was to get a job done. So I think that's what he's saying. Hack work is not the result of either clumsiness or provincialism. It is a result of the market making more insistent demands than the art. The period of the oil painting corresponds with the rise of the open art market, and it is in this contradiction between art and market that the explanations must be sought for what amounts to contrast, the antagonism between the exceptional work and the average. So I think I just find that's kind of interesting how I guess the mindset of commerce and art, which was originally kind of this sacred modality, it becomes altered by commerce. So just in case anybody else finds that interesting, I wanted to share. Thanks for watching.